Hi guys, I'm Laura and welcome to Basic Makeup, and today I just want to show you this really quick, easy daytime look. Regular basis, I am going to start with primer potion, as I always do. I'm a huge fan of products like primer potion or Too Faced Shadow Insurance. There are a lot of drugstore brands at the moment coming out with eye primers, such as Elf does a really good one. Max Factor's come out with one as well, and there's one from Revolution. I'm just gonna quickly apply this with a brush just to get a smooth application. I'm gonna start with my brow bone and inner corner highlight. I'm using Dazzle Light by MAC, and I'm taking this on a smudger brush. I love using a smudger brush for this because it means I can buff out the product when I apply it, which is perfect for highlight work. You don't want it to be too concentrated in one area. I like to start with what most people would call finishing touches, so that if any point I have to stop because I've run out of time with the client, or if I personally run out of time and need to run out the door, my look will be finished. I can just finish up whatever step that I'm currently doing and my look will be complete. It just helps so much. So first of all, I'm going to go in with a light wash of colour. I'm using Kit, just on a fluffy crease brush. Okay, and I've got the brush loaded up, and I'm just going to take this in the crease area. And if you want a more rounded look, then you would curve. I do prefer more of a sort of winged out shape on myself, so I pull it out a bit on the brows. Next, I'm going to go in with a lid shade, and I'm using a colour that packs a lot of punch with very little work. This is Honey Lust from MAC, and I'm going to take this on a flat shader brush. You don't need to use a sticky base with this guy. You can if you want a more dramatic effect, but just for daytime use, I feel like this is blingy enough. Probably too blingy for some people. So there is Honey Lust. This is actually one of my most used eyeshadows on clients. Everyone loves a bit of Honey Lust. And as I say, you can stop here if you want to. This is a perfectly serviceable look. The only thing I would probably do is maybe go back in with the brush and just blend the outer corner ever so slightly. And you'd be good to go. Just throw on some liner, some mascara, and head out the door if you do have more time. So the brush I'm going to take is definitely a lot smaller, a bit more tapered at the top. And this is perfect for getting into the crease and blending onto the lid. And the next shade I'm going to take is Cork by MAC. This is a slightly more neutral tone. Back in the day, this used to be considered a very warm brown, but by today's standards, it's very neutral. But it is still perfect for daytime looks. And I'm mostly focusing this on the bottom half of the brush so that I'm not bringing the colour up onto the brow bone area. It's going straight into the crease and blending onto the outer portion of the lid. I'm just going for a very classic eye shape with this look. Again, you can stop here. I'm sure this would be a perfect intensity for 90% of my viewers. But if you wanted to go a little bit more dramatic, I would use something like Embark from MAC, or if you wanted to keep it more neutral toned, use something like Espresso. But today I'm going to use Embark, and I'm just tapping I will just set my mirror down for a second. I'm just tapping the brush. I'm not swirling, I'm not packing colour in there, I'm just patting, because we don't want too much of a dark shade for a day look. And again, I'm just focusing this on the crease and outer lid, but very much just on the outer lid, and blending out. You can blend a little bit onto the lower lash line too. Keep the balance of intensity. And by using the same brush, you still have remnants of cork on there, and it'll make it easier for blending out the colour. And that is all our eyeshadow done. Just to quickly clean up under the eye, I'm just taking my powder brush and just swiping away any fallout, and it just blends out the lower lash line as well. For liner, I'm just taking a mechanical pencil. This is a glimmer stick in black brown from Avon. And I'm mostly focusing this on the outer edge. Blend that a little bit with my finger. This is where you could probably do something a little bit fun if you wanted to, depending on what your work situation is. You could use a fun liner. You could do like you could do a warm brown or a navy, or you could do a bright pop of green. And I'm just going to take the same pencil up onto the top lash line. And just sort of create a gradient curve. And top of it on my tight line as well. Obviously you could use a cream liner, a liquid liner, gel liner, pencil, whatever you wanted. I mean, you don't really need to use liner if you don't want to. And then of course going with whichever mascara you're currently using. This is the Marc Big and Phenomenal Volume Mascara. It's just the one that I currently have open. And lastly, you just need to throw on a lip colour. Just for ease, I'm going to throw on Hepburn Honey from Charlotte Tilbury. And to make it a bit more my colour, I'm going to throw on a gloss. This is a L'Oreal gloss in Resist Me. So this look would probably take you about 10 minutes to throw together in real life, like foundation and all. I know it seems a lot longer in tutorial land, but it's because we have to take things slower and, you know, talking. Talking takes up a lot of time. And trying to talk and do things like eyeliner is no fun. It's a bit tricky. So here we have the finished look. I will just zoom in and see if you guys can see better. So it's just a very neutral, classic eye shape with just some warm nudie tones, a soft liner. You could do something a bit more dramatic if you wanted to. As always, the skin is just my go-to everyday glowiness. And yeah, you could amp this up with, I'm regretting the gloss. So before I rudely interrupted myself, I was going to say I think this would look fabulous with a bright kind of blood orange, like a really orangey, tomatoey red. But it's all about what you feel comfortable in or what would be work appropriate for you. And just play about, have fun, it's only makeup. And I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and if you did, please comment, subscribe, share this channel with your friends, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.